Hi guys, this is Adrienne Green, Realtor with Sampson Properties, and I am really excited to speak to you today about earnest money deposits or EMDs. This is something that everybody has to deal with when they are buying a house, and often I find buyers are not really aware of what this is before we get started on the buying process. So I thought doing a couple-minute video today to just kind of give you a heads up if you're planning on buying a house in the near future. You know, I'm always about educating people ahead of time, giving you more time to process this information and be prepared. All right. So what is an earnest money deposit or an EMD? All right, so if I have Sally and Sally loves this house and wants to put in an offer, we are going to go through the paperwork of putting in this offer, writing up a contract, possibly including addendums, etc. And one of the things we have to include with this offer is proof that Sally has funds that if the offer is accepted, she can deposit an EMD or an earnest money deposit within 5 business days of that contract being ratified or signed, okay? And what this is it's the money that Sally is putting up to say, I really want this house, I believe in this contract, this is proof that I'm serious. And if Sally walks away from that contract or cancels it for any reason that's not outlined in the contract, she loses that EMD. That money goes to the seller, all right? So that's in short what an EMD is. So let's kind of get into what amount is it, how it's set up, things like that, all right? So in Northern Virginia, and this could vary by area, but in Northern Virginia, the convention is that an EMD is roughly 1% of the purchase price. So if you're buying a $200,000 condo, you are depositing $2,000 as your EMD, and that is held by a custodial account like the title company or one of the real estate companies involved, something like that. And again, that's the money you lose. So $200,000 condo, expect to put up about $2 grand. So this money needs to be in your checking account, ready to go when you write that contract and put in an offer on the house. You're buying a $500,000 townhouse, $5,000, okay? $800,000 single family home, $8,000, okay? Pretty simple to do that 1% calculation, right? Not too bad, all right? And so that money, what you do is you either, along with the sales contract, I need to have from a client either a bank statement or something of that nature that shows that there's proof of funds, money in the bank, or the person can write out a check for that amount, and we just take a photo of that check, and that's the other way that we show evidence of it, okay? So either a bank statement or a personal check submitted with that offer shows that we have the money and that the buyer is serious about getting this house, okay? And this, just to know, especially with my millennial clients, they often don't have checks, all right? They don't have personal checks that they can write out and photograph, so that's when we go the bank statement route, okay? But either one is fine, either one is valid, all right? So they've given me this proof that they have the money, all right? I've included that with the offer, and let's say the offer is accepted and ratified, all right? One question people sometimes have is, let's say we negotiate the offer price a little bit. Let's say, you know, originally the offer was $500,000, but it is negotiated up to $510,000. The buyers really want this house. We don't change the EMD amount from $5,000 to $5,100 most of the time, okay? Now, the seller and the seller's agent always have the right to ask for that, but typically they accept the original EMD amount, okay? So once that contract is ratified, then we need to get that EMD into that custodial account within 5 business days, all right? And that is a legal requirement. And so I often work with my clients to make that happen. We either get them secure wire instructions if they'd like to wire the funds, or I facilitate getting that check from them and getting it deposited into the custodial account. So that is what an earnest money deposit or an EMD is, all right? It's the collateral that the buyer puts up for a sales contract on a house, and if they walk away or cancel the contract for some reason that's not allowed within that contract, it's the money that goes to the seller, all right? If you have any other questions about that, or there's anything else I can answer with you about the home buying process, reach out. I'm always happy to help. Adrienne Green, Realtor with Sampson Properties. Thank you.